Hello, daydreamers. My name is Monday the Doula, and today I just wanted to talk to you guys about how I do my meditation and prayer. So, just jumping right in, I'm going to show you my crystals and the incense that I use. Today I'm doing heart chakra, so I have my little pink crystals, my rose quartz, I have my heart chakra incense as well, and I just have that all prepped with a nice pillow and blanket just to make sure I'm comfortable. And then I clear off my space and I get really intentional. I like to do this because it kind of sets the mood. It makes me tap into all of my senses. I can smell the fragrance of the incense, I can feel the different textures of the crystal. I get very comfortable with the music and just allow it to kind of seep more into my subconscious. For this purpose, I'm doing the hertz meditation music, but usually when I meditate on my own, it could be pretty much anything. So, you know, don't feel like you have to always do just meditation music. I don't feel pressure to do that. And then I start to do a little bit of slow movement after I get really intentional, really connect, really feel, and just like allow that energy of the crystal to get, just vibe with it, you know what I mean? I start moving my head around, I start rotating my neck. Please, it's gonna come up. Please don't mind the ugly yawning that I'm gonna be doing because for some reason stretching my neck makes me yawn, as you can see. But this is really good for me. Being a birth worker, I am always in more funky positions for a little prolonged time. So being able to just tap in with myself, see where my tension is, and just kind of shake it out, rotate it out. It's extremely helpful. And again, please don't mind any yawning you see, because it's gonna happen a lot. Yeah, and I love this way of meditating because it's more just me going with the flow of my body versus feeling like I have to follow certain rules or structures for it. And I incorporate everything. This is me stretching before my yoga session. This is me praying. This is me meditating, allowing myself to hear the messages of God and talk to God too. That's part of the reason that we meditate, is to be able to tap in to ourselves, and part of the reason that I pray is to be able to hear external opinions sometimes that can come and help me go in the direction that I'm seeking, and that will. So I really enjoy this way that I've been meditating and praying and multitasking, incorporating different aspects of it. That way I don't feel like I have to always do the exact same thing. But this is it just helps me tap into myself, tap into my body, really connect with my body. So from that neck rolling that you see, I start kind of moving my shoulders, moving my chest, slowly start to move my stomach and my pelvis, even raising my hands up, getting my arms engaged, being grateful for every portion of my body that I'm moving. I do want to stress that a lot too, is like the gratitude aspect of meditation and prayer is so important. So as I'm stretching and I feel things, I'm also thinking that portion of my body, even out to this very cells that work together to make sure that I can do these things, because they're not always a promised ability. So I just take that time to get really, really grounded, really feel myself, really tap into my body, see where my tension is, see where my pain is, and just kind of rotate with myself. I love it. take a moment and just breathe in with me. You can follow along with this meditation if you'd please. It's up to you, if you feel called to. This is just how I do it. I do a little bit of stretching, doing that rotation, and now that I have the upper body portion kind of stretched out and feeling loose, I go down to the lower portion of my body, stretching out my legs, hamstrings, that gluteus maximus, my ankles, all of that. If you see me doing this funky thing with the blanket, it's because I meditate and pray how I feel comfortable, and sometimes comfortability does not always include pantalones, okay? So, doing the respectful thing. So I'm gonna lay down. When I lay down, you'll see me putting my hands up in the air as I lay down. Oh, yeah, see, that's me stretch. Well, you can't really see all the way, but that's me stretching my arms all the way up to making myself as long as I possibly can. And then I take that and I stretch completely forward and touch my toes. It makes me feel so much better, and I've been working on my posture, so it's kind of helped me really connect with my posture, get my spine together. I used to watch those movies, and I would always admire how the women and the men always walk with such great posture, so I've been working on that. So I incorporate that into my meditation, prayer, stretching, even into my yoga sessions. I always make sure I incorporate some kind of posture work. And so then I do a little bit of deep breathing, and this is my time to pray. This is where I'm just talking to God, saying my piece. It's not always, that Bible way. To me, that was a template. That was, in case you don't know how to do it, here's what you can do. But I don't subscribe to always having every prayer being that. Sometimes it's just a conversation. Sometimes I just want to tell you how my day is going. Thank you for limbs and breath and whatnot, So it's not always that our Father which art in heaven, continue, etc., etc. Sometimes I'm just like, I can't wait to go to Forever 21. So, and throughout this video, I say God. If you say something else, if you say the Most High, if you say Spirit, or your inner self, your higher self, whatever you call it, that's what I'm talking about. So if you call it something different, that is your prerogative. I call it God. I just wanted to put that in because I don't want anybody to think I'm saying it has to be this way or that way. Whatever you call it, And then, excuse my extremely yawning faces, but after I stretch out my legs, I lay completely back, and this is my time to receive the message. So as I was stretching and bending forward and closing my eyes and visualizing, I was saying my piece. I was saying how I feel, expressing my prayers, really relaxing into saying my piece, just telling my story, to God or my higher self or inner self or whatever you call it. So this is just me praying. I don't usually pray with my eyes closed. I don't know why that day I felt called to, but usually you cannot get me to close my eyes in a prayer. I'll be looking around, looking up at people, like I feel like I'm in a Bruce Lee movie or something. I don't want to close my eyes when I bow my head. But I guess I just feel really comfortable in my new space, and I got completely comfortable. And then I would interact with that chakra that I am trying to align with. So for this meditation, I was doing a love meditation and prayer. So I placed my hand on my heart because it's for the heart chakra, um, as well as using like pink and green as just a bonus for the color therapy. The pink of the for the heart chakra and the green actually representing the actual color of the heart chakra. So it was just perfect combo for that day. I don't have pillows for every chakra though, so this was just a luck of the draw, I guess you could say. So here I am. I'm just finishing up my prayer. You can do this for as long or as short as you prefer. It's just kind of up to you on how you want to do it. If you want to follow along with this step, then it's pretty simply, it's just grounding yourself with your surroundings and using your senses, and then slowly moving, bringing it from the head down to the toes in movement, saying your prayer, your affirmation, your whatever while you're doing your deep breathing. And then this fifth step, which is to lay down. When I lay down, I put my hands up in the receiving palm position so that I can receive the messages back from source, which is who I was trying to communicate with. And then again, I just do this for as long as I feel called to. This particular one, I loved the message that I was receiving. I was smiling and laughing, and it was a very, very peaceful, love-filled experience. And that's really what it's supposed to be. I don't want prayer and meditation to feel like it's one-sided, or I'm following all these rules that I don't really connect to, because then I feel detached from the answer and I don't really care anymore. I just feel like I'm doing it because other people tell me that's what I'm supposed to do. But doing this way and developing my own process has really, really helped me, one, better multitask, because even in my meditation I'm multitasking. Two, have a conversation with other people, including source. It kind of trickles down, because now that I'm open to receiving messages from source, I'm even more open to receiving messages from other people on, what I should do, hearing their opinion a little bit more, not seeing everything as a debate or an argument, and just realizing that sometimes things are discussion. And I really didn't tap into that thought process until I opened myself up more to not only being heard by God, but also hearing God. And I expressed this one as well, just making sure that gratitude is a part of the entire process. The whole point for me of meditation is to be able to connect with all of the things that I do have and what I want to attract. And I want everything that I have and want to attract to know that I am extremely grateful for what it does to make my life easier, make my life better, make my life cleaner, healthier, more enjoyable, more peaceful, etc. So I express thanks and appreciation throughout the entire process of this. And then the last one I already mentioned before, but just remembering that I don't have to always meditate and pray to gospel music or to 432 hertz, music. Sometimes I want to hear Moneybagg Yo. Sometimes I want to hear Van Jess when I'm meditating and praying, and I'm okay with it not looking like what everybody always told me it had to look like. So that is me, and that's how I meditate and pray. And I also have to use this as a way to stretch before my yoga session. This typically takes me from start to finish probably anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. I don't do this every single day. I only do it when I feel like it, honestly, or when I feel called to, or just when I feel like it's time, and I always make my space back up. Thank you so much for watching this. I greatly appreciate you. If you enjoyed, make sure that you hit the follow button. Make sure you like and comment below. Oh, you hear the baby in the background. Comment below What is your meditation and or prayer process? I look forward to talking to you all. Let's have a discussion. Mwah.